right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the campus of Central Washington University. Sean Wally joined by Dustin Daniel this year, filling in for Robert Lowry. The 2024 GNAC Basketball Championships. High noon, we're getting set for our first quarterfinal game on the women's side, Alaska Anchorage and Seattle Pacific.
This is the 3 versus the 6 matchup on the women's side as they've split this season series between the two teams, both taking care of it at home. Be interesting to see how things wind up here on neutral turf as Central Washington playing host for the 2024 iteration of the GNAC Championships. As we look at this year's matchup, Falcons really need to figure out how to score against this Seawolves team. Alaska Anchorage has been very good defensively this year, and the Falcons have had some trouble finding ways to get buckets. 3 for 35 from deep specifically, have not had a great time of it from the perimeter against the Seawolves. That could be a key to this game. Can SPU get their offense going early?
SPU only had 6 players available in their loss on February 29th at Anchorage. Anchorage won that one 51-39, but flip it to Seattle in early December 2nd to be exact. SPU came away with a 3-point win, 62-59.
Taking a look at the starters as we get going for this one. Alaska Anchorage, they're going to wear white. Senora Bowen, Jasper Evans, Vishay Rabb, Elena Mack, and Tori Hollingshead, the 5 on the floor for the Seawolves. Typically we see Kate Robertson in here. She's out with a hurt ankle, so Hollingshead taking her spot. On the other side for SPU, Lola Weatherspoon, Haley Marlowe, Hunter Barron, Olivia Mayer, and Skylar Berry.
The 2024 GNAC Basketball Championships are underway. 4 games today here in the quarterfinals to punch their ticket to tomorrow's semifinals. 4 10-minute quarters here in women's basketball. Alaska Anchorage has the ball first here in this gorgeous, newly renovated arena, Nicholson Arena here on the campus of Central Washington University. Evans couldn't hit from down low for the Seawolves. SPU their first possession. Head coach Mike Simonson watching. They go down low. Ball tapped out of bounds. Last touch by Seattle Pacific. Anchorage's second possession. They are coached by, of course, Ryan McCarthy in his 12th season. A 262-53 record as head coach.
You're not going to find many guys in the Division II ranks with a better resume than Ryan McCarthy. He's done a great job over his dozen years with the Seawolves.
Second possession for Alaska Anchorage. No score here in Ellensburg. Nice ball movement, a drive into the lane. Right side of the lane, off window. First basket by Rabb. It's 2-0 Alaska Anchorage.
Be interested to see when that first sub comes in for Alaska Anchorage. This is something they've been doing for a long time. They're going to go very quickly and sporadically with those subs. So it could be here in the first few minutes that we see new personnel on the floor.
Marlowe going down low for SPU. Beeren from 5 feet. The floater won't go. Rebound to the Seawolves. Back comes Evans across half court. Evans left side of the lane. They circle it back out. Rabulin from the left elbow picks up the dribble and our first foul of the afternoon. Haley Marlowe picks up the foul for SPU.
There we go. Minute 45 in, we've got our first sub. Anchorage is going to bring in Kaya Pearson.
And with this mayhem style that the Seawolves use and Ryan McCarthy preaches, he needs fresh legs, fresh bodies. Reverse underneath won't go for the Seawolves. Batter for the basketball. SPU comes away with it. Mayer across half court to Beeren. 7:50 left, first quarter here in Ellensburg. 2-0 Seawolves. Marlowe to Beeren. Beeren to Berry now. 7 to shoot in the corner. Down low, ball loose. 3 to shoot. And we have a foul on the floor on Alaska Anchorage.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a bailout there. I'm not sure if they were aware that shot clock was getting that low. Their bench on the opposite side, and it's fairly loud here. might have been a situation where they didn't even know shot clock was getting that low. Didn't seem like she was trying to get a shot up.
That foul, a bailout with 2 to shoot. 20 seconds now on the shot clock. SPU inbounds, looking for their first bucket of the game. Cross-court pass now. Baseline jumper is good. SPU on the scoreboard, low Weatherspoon. It's 2-all.
Takes them a few trips down the floor to get their first bucket. They've been getting some good looks here early on. They're trying to work the inside, and I think that's going to be a key for the Falcons to try and put some points on the board.
Seawolves got a gift there. Evans nearly threw it away, but Falcons couldn't come up with it, so it'll stay Seawolves basketball. And Evans will take a seat. Alexander into the game for Evans. Off the inbounds, miss. Putback, though, is good by Hollingshead. 4-2 Anchorage. These two teams battled last year in the GNAC Basketball Championships in the semifinals. Mike Simonson and the Falcons got the win 69-65.
That snapped a 9-game winning streak for Alaska Anchorage against Seattle Pacific. Seattle Pacific has now won 2 of their last 3 matchups, but historically speaking, Seawolves have been dominant.
What a move, driving the right side by Rabuin. It's 6-2 Seawolves.
Yeah, that was very easy look for Rabuin. Just had to wait for the defense to move, and then that layup to the right. It's going to be there all day.
Barron inside to Mayer. Baseline now for the Falcons. Nice skip pass. Falcons got a gift, the save, and a 3 on the way. Looks good, and it is Haley Marlowe for 3. 6-5 Seawolves.
Just the 4th 3 made by SPU against Alaska Anchorage in their 3rd matchup of the season. They've struggled from the outside this year, just shooting over 26% as a team from beyond the arc.
Seawolves by a point, looking to extend that lead. Alexander in the lane, her shot partially blocked, but right place, right time. Gamble makes it 8-5 Seawolves. Barron falls down, loses the basketball, and a foul is going to be called on Alaska Anchorage as Rabuin fell on top of Barron. Sean Wally and Dustin Daniel with you. Thank you for joining us on this early Thursday afternoon. Quarterfinals of the GNAC Basketball Championships. First game of the tournament. Seattle Pacific, the 6th seed. Alaska Anchorage, the 3 seed. 5:35 to go. Jumper baseline by the Falcons is short. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons. Falcons to inbound baseline. 5:33 left, first quarter. Out to Barron. Barron, what a nice give and go. The skip pass in the lane. Layup off window, 8-7 Anchorage.
Yeah, great little bounce pass in from Haley Marlowe to find her on the cut.
Open for 3 in the corner. Rattles out, the miss by Rab. SPU a chance to take the lead. Marlowe to Barron up top. Barron right back to Marlowe. 15 to shoot. Barron, nice behind the back dribble. What handles? And she hits the deck and will head to the free throw line. Our first foul shots of the day.
Seen some fairly active offenses so far. We're looking at 2 of the better defenses in the conference, but so far, offense has been able to get it done as we had no timeout.
Timeout on the floor, 4:51 left first quarter, 8-7 Seawolves over the Falcons. Back after this on GNAC.TV. Back here in Ellensburg, Washington, Sean Wally with Dustin Daniel. 4:51 left first quarter, 8-7 Alaska Anchorage over Seattle Pacific. First free throws of the day belonging to Hunter Beeren right now. First one rattles off. It's early, Dustin, but man, Seattle Pacific already shooting 60%, 3 of 5.
Yeah, they've been efficient so far, and that's something they're going to really have to stick with. The pace at which Alaska Anchorage moves. If you try and keep up with them, you're going to lose every time. They run at a tempo that no one else can stick with unless they have that 12-person depth on their roster. So Seattle Pacific just needs to play their game, take care of their possessions, and if they're going to be this efficient, they'll be able to hang in there.
Tied at 8 after the second free throw made by Beeren, and we have a jump ball possession arrow to Seattle Pacific. The other thing that jumps out early in the stats, turnovers. 4 for Alaska Anchorage, none for Seattle Pacific.
I guarantee that is a conversation they had in that first timeout. Head coach Ryan McCarthy is not going to put up with being sloppy with the ball for very long.
You know, our broadcast position is near the Seattle Pacific bench, but McCarthy's so loud and boisterous, we can probably still hear him way down here. Tied at 8. Beeren nowhere to go. 10 to shoot. Beeren gets it back. Cross court. Marlowe with it. To Beeren. Open for 3. Good rotation for an iron. Here come the Seawolves. Racing up the floor. Baseline shot good by Elena Mack. Seawolves back in front, 10-8.
That's a difficult shot. You know, well defended. She's fading away with a hand in her face. Gets it to go anyway.
What a great pass from out near the wing. Haley Marlowe inside the bucket by Mayer. We're knotted at 10. Ball loose momentarily. Rabuin gets it back. In the corner, now going down low. That's an interception going the other way. Kearns has it for the Falcons.
Turnover number 5 for Alaska Anchorage. Still over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Been pretty sloppy so far.
That will not please Ryan McCarthy by any means. Beeren picks up a dribble, 10 to shoot. Tied at 10, 7 to shoot. 3 to shoot for the Falcons. Under the basket, the reverse hits absolutely nothing. That was Barry the miss. Back come the Seawolves. 2:53 and counting first quarter here in Ellensburg, Washington, on the campus of Central Washington University. Beeren the backhand, behind the back dribble again. Nice drive, left side of the lane by Kearns. Seattle Pacific in front, 12-10. Timeout on the floor. 2:39 left first quarter. 12-10 Falcons. Back after this on GNAC.TV. Back inside Nicholson Arena, Sean Wally with Dustin Daniel. Game 1 of the GNAC Basketball Championships here in 2024, 12-10. Seattle Pacific, their first lead with 2:35 and counting first quarter. Out of the timeout, Seawolves basketball looking to tie or retake the lead. Ross swings it to Alexander. Gamble drives, nice pass, but that's intercepted. Good defense, Mayer the pick. SPU up 2 with the ball. Jump shot from about 12 is down. Kearns doing well, the freshman from Hamilton, Montana.
Yeah, Laney Kearns has been responsible for each of the last 2 SPU buckets, and they've both come off of turnovers now. Alaska Anchorage giving up a lot of momentum by not taking care of the basketball.
Pearson, the nice drive off window. It's 14-12 Falcons. A steal and a foul. It's the foul after the possession change or before?
I assume it's got to be on the shove of Kearns. There's just a late whistle coming in, but this should be SPU basketball.
Foul on the Seawolves, Alexander. 14-12 Falcons, a minute 42 left, first quarter. 4 10-minute quarters in women's basketball. Falcons looking to get it in. Nice skip pass in the lane. The shot won't go, but getting fouled is Barry. And Skylar Barry will head to the line for SPU.
And even if she wasn't going up with that one, that's 5 now in the first quarter on Alaska Anchorage. So it's bonus the rest of the way for the last 141 of the first for SPU. They have only committed 1 foul themselves.
That foul on Gamble of the Seawolves. (15-12) Falcons, 1:35 remaining in the first quarter. Nice baseline drive, moving without the basketball, getting rewarded is Gamble. 1-point game.
Now we've seen both sides really find some success with the cut.
Minute 20 left, first quarter. Falcons up 1. 3 from the top, not even close. The miss by Kearns. Seawolves on the run. They get it ahead to Pearson. She goes glass. Back in front are the Seawolves. 16-15, final minute of quarter number 1.
Move it.
50 seconds left in the quarter. Baseline, that's Barry. Goes up strong, and she is fouled. Gamble hit with the foul again. That's number 2 in the last minute.
Anchorage missing the help of Kate Roberts, and we talked about it briefly before the game. She's out with ankle injury. Might be seeing some brief time in this game. But Hollingshead's getting the start in her place, and right now on the floor for the Seawolves, number 1, Nessa Walsh, is the one that's actually getting those minutes that Robertson would have seen. So she's coming in as that player that hasn't seen a ton of time this year, but finding herself in positions to get meaningful minutes here in the GNAC championships.
Tied at 16, 37 seconds left in the quarter. Ross stops, kicks it outside. Pearson drives the right side, too strong on the shot. Offensive rebound to Walsh, and Seattle Pacific foul. Skylar Barry hit with the foul. That's her first.
Yeah, Barry's been playing a fairly physical game so far. She's gotten away with a couple of loose ball fouls that were not called. It's been very physical on the offensive boards, and did get dinged for that one.
Evans the miss for the Seawolves. Still tied at 16. SPU can hold for the final shot, but looks like they will not and don't. Beer in the miss. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Still tied at 16. 6 seconds left in the quarter. The drive on the left side, the switch to the right hand. Mia Ross gives Alaska Anchorage the lead after 1 quarter of play. Seawolves 18, Falcons 16. Second quarter next on GNAC.TV. Back inside Nicholson Arena, Sean Wally, Dustin Daniels. We begin quarter number 2. Alaska Anchorage 18, Seattle Pacific 16 after the first 10 minutes of play. What do you see in stats-wise?
Biggest thing that's standing out right now, 10 of the 18 Anchorage points coming off the bench. Not super surprising. They move around so much that it's a very plausible thing to happen on a regular basis for UAA. But the starters have not been getting it done as effectively as the bench. 4 points from Pearson and Gamble so far to lead those bench scores for the Seawolves. On the other side for Seattle Pacific, just been efficient with the basketball. 6 for 12 from the field, shooting 50%.
Got an offensive foul on the Seawolves that'll turn it over to SPU. 20 seconds gone by in quarter number 2, excuse me. Barron across half court for the Falcons. They trail by 2. This pass all the way across court, wide open for 3. Can't get it to go. That's Ota, the miss.
And a foul in the backcourt on Olivia Mayer, it looks like. They've been getting some open looks from 3, just have not been able to deliver on a few of those.
SPU now 1 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. Nice job from the inside the right elbow. 20-16. Ross hits the shot. Falcons the other way. Ota has it now outside to Barron. 1 minute gone by in quarter number 2. 3 out of the corner for the Falcons. That one this time is good. Olivia Mayer, the junior, 2019 Seawolves. Illegal screen on Alaska Anchorage. Offensive foul. Falcons will take over.
Yeah, Falcons are going to have to rely heavily on Mayer to lead their offense. She's averaging over 15 points a game. She's been good for 8th in the GNAC this year in scoring. Only player averaging over 10 right now for Seattle Pacific.
Barry baseline under the basket. Has to throw it outside. 15 to shoot. Marlowe down low. Finds Mayer, goes off window, gets bumped, no foul. Falcons back in front.
Yeah, there's 5 points for Olivia Mayer in the last 30 seconds or so.
Wide open out top for the Seawolves. 3 on the way. The miss by Evans. Falcons by 1. Barron, strong drive, stopped on the baseline, and she travels.
Yeah, took the hop. I think she really wanted to plant there and maybe had some defenders' feet below her, got a little awkward with it, commits the travel.
Just over 2 minutes gone by, second quarter, and a blocking foul on Seattle Pacific. That'll be on Marlowe.
That's 2 now on Marlowe, so she's going to get a quick check out here to protect her from a third one early in the second quarter. You see Lainey Kearns come back in. She's had a pretty good game so far off the bench.
A long 3 on the way for the Seawolves. 23-21. Dialing long distance is Rabuin. Can the Falcons answer? Barron swings it cross court to Kearns. They go to the far corner. Shot missed. Barron the rebound. Out top, Kearns. Witherspoon down low to Barry. Off glass. No, too strong. And a foul is called on Seattle Pacific's Olivia Mayer.
That's going to be 2 on Mayer as well. So a couple of key players. Marlowe and Mayer now with 2 for Seattle Pacific. We're going to see Grace Leisure head to the table, as I think we're going to see Mayer coming out. So it might be a second quarter where Alaska Anchorage can utilize opportunity. 2 starters off the floor for SPU with a little bit of foul trouble.
Rubbelin picks up her dribble. Finds Gamble. Gamble the spin on the left block. Shot rejected. She gets it back. The floater off rim, Beer in the rebound. 6:45 left, second quarter, 23-21 Seawolves. Witherspoon, hands off to Mayer. Barry from the right elbow. Cross court to Kearns, jumper short. Mayer the rebound, and a foul called on the Seawolves.
Yeah, I think this one's going to go on Janiyah Alexander. Caught her from behind, tried to swipe it away, and caught the arm of Mayer. Both teams have been very aggressive on the boards. They're letting them play for the most part, but a lot of physicality underneath as they fight for both offensive and defensive rebounds.
As well as number 21, Tori Hollingshead.
Hollingshead back in for the Seawolves. 23-21, Alaska Anchorage leads. 6:25 left, second quarter. Sean Wally with Dustin Daniel. Going down low to Barry. She goes under the basket from the left side. She's fouled and will head to the line.
Seawolves foul number 21, Tori Hollingshead. Her second personal team's third. At the line, shooting 2, number 32,
Something you have to deal with, coaches and players. Just heard Mike Simonson ask Hunter Beering, can you guys hear me? Because they're clearly not doing as he's instructing and trying to holler from their side of the court.
Yeah, I think just the acoustics of the way this this arena is set up. It's an early game here today, but it's still quite loud. I think, especially when you get in a coach like Ryan McCarthy on the other side, who's going to be vocal the entire time. As soon as you get all this extra noise, and very hard to communicate, especially when you're on the other side of the court.
The winner of this game tomorrow will punch their ticket to play Western Washington. Western Washington is here watching to see who they will play tomorrow.
Yeah, a little early scouting. It's always nice to have the bye. You get a little extra rest. Get to watch the live game, get a feel for your two opponents. Not that you haven't played them twice already, but always helps to get another look.
Nice defense inside by the Seawolves, creating the turnover. We're tied at 23. Seawolves want the lead back. They don't get it there. Shot missed by Rabuin. She stays with it. Put back good.
Follows her own shot, gets the second chance, so she picks up the board and the bucket. Good opportunity for the Seawolves, and they take advantage of it.
Nice pass underneath. The bump, the foul, count it. Barry heads to the line, a potential three-point play.
Seattle Pacific has been moving the basketball extremely well so far, finding cutters on the baseline from the angle, and then taking advantage of the fast break. Had Barry open on the post, and it turns into a hoop and a harm.
Barry, the 6'3" junior from Portland, Oregon. Doesn't get the shooter's roll. 25 all here in Ellensburg. 5:25 left, second quarter. Rabuin gives it up. Driving the right side of the lane. A foul called as Rab with the nice drive. She will now head to the free throw line.
Foul number 4, Grace Leisure. Her first personal team score. At the line, shooting 2. Number 12, Fishy Rab.
Rab gives the Seawolves the lead back, 26-25. Rab, the 5'9" senior from Springfield, Minnesota. And Dustin, that's something I'm always impressed with. Ryan McCarthy's ability to recruit from all over the country.
Yeah, he has no problem getting folks outside of Alaska to come to Anchorage to play basketball. I think a lot of it has to do with his style, his personality.
Not only that, not only the country, there's a player from New Zealand as well. He's going worldwide for his squad. McCarthy shouting instructions to his team right now. They lead 27-25 with the ball. Driving the left side of the lane, going high off the glass. Are you kidding me? Bucket good. Incredible. Rabuin will head to the line for a possible three-point play after this timeout. 4:43 left. Seawolves 29, Falcons 25. Back after this on GNAC.tv. Back here inside Nicholson Arena, Sean Wally with Dustin Daniel. 4:43 left in the half, 29-25. Seawolves, how are they in the lead?
Looking at this stat line so far, production from the bench, ability to get points inside. Here's the big one. Points in the paint, 24 for Alaska Anchorage, 10 for Seattle Pacific. It looked like early on the Falcons were going to try and play an interior game. That has shifted. They've tried some shots from the perimeter, 7 3-pointers they've taken so far, and it slowed down their offense a little bit.
Nice job moving without the basketball. Barron on the baseline, but she throws it away. Ball stolen by Rab. Seawolves up 4, make it 6, 31-25 as Evans gets down floor for the lay-in.
Yeah, they've been able to build a few possession lead now on the back of some steals, something they've done very well this year. No one better in the GNAC at being able to take the basketball away than Alaska Anchorage, averaging more than 13 steals. And that's really started to take effect here these last couple minutes.
3 on the way by Barron, short. Rebound in the hands of Rab. Seawolves the ball, and they're up 6. Outside to Evans now. She fires a 3. Good rotation, and nothing but the net for Evans. Extending the lead to 9 for Alaska Anchorage. 3:35 left, timeout on the floor. 34-25, Seawolves back after this on GNAC.TV. Back here in Ellensburg, Washington, on the campus of Central Washington University. Sean Wally, Dustin Daniel, game 1 of the GNAC Basketball Championships here in 2024. And what a great reverse for Mayer. 34-27, Seawolves.
That's 9 points now for Mayer. She's got 9. Rabowin's got 9 on the other side as they go toe-to-toe, trying to keep their offenses afloat.
Gamble picks up her dribble outside to Evans. She hit a 3 earlier. Ross. Pearson. Shot short, and a foul is called on the Falcons.
I didn't know if that one was coming at first. A little bit of a late whistle, but seemed like there was a lot of contact there. Skylar Berry picking up that one. Oh, they're going to call it on Lola Weatherspoon, I guess. So first for her.
35-27 after the free throw. Second free throw good. 36-27, Seawolves by 9, just under 3 minutes left in the half. Mack back in for the Seawolves. Barron gets it across half court to Witherspoon. Head coach Mike Simonson telling his team to move the ball. The extra pass, most of the time a good thing, but maybe not right there.
Yeah. As soon as you say it, the bad example is that baseline cut from Mayer does not work out.
Evans loses the ball, has it stripped away, ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Seawolves. Gamble unable to corral it.
Yeah, it looked like Gamble lost her balance and then falling down, caught her arm on its way out, so SPU is going to pick it up. Alaska Anchorage has been in the backcourt a lot. Not a full press. They're still giving SPU a little bit of room, but it's created some trouble for the Falcons in the backcourt as they try and get it across the timeline.
A little bit of contact there. No foul called on Marlowe. Into the corner for 3. That's short, but missed by Mayer. Rebound to the Seawolves. Cross half court, Rabouin. Nice pass, but Walsh the miss. 36-27 still. 2 minutes left, second quarter. Inside Nicholson Arena. Beautifully renovated, remodeled, upgraded, updated, modernized. And there's a steal by the Seawolves. Rab the other way. She's looking to go coast to coast. The floater short. Seattle Pacific rebounds to Mayer, and a foul called on Alaska Anchorage.
And it's now 7 turnovers in the first half for Seattle Pacific. It seems like a lot of those have come here in the second quarter. They've had some trouble taking care of the basketball, forcing a lot of passes underneath. They've been up top or even beyond the arc, looking for a cutter, and that's where the play's supposed to be. They're not open, but they're forcing it anyway. They just need to get a little bit more control over, if the cutter isn't there, move on to the second option. Right now, they're just thinking about option number one and not thinking about how to follow that up, and it's costing the basketball a few trips down the floor.
36-28, Seawolves in the lead with the basketball. Rabuin backing up. Probably listening to head coach Ryan McCarthy. Nice job on the inside left block, but the shot not there. Beeren across half court for Seattle Pacific. They trail by 8. Marlowe, the nice pass inside to Barry for the easy bucket.
Yeah, that's why they try and force it underneath, because when it's there, it's an easy bucket. Barry's gotten a couple of shots up and in on that off that post.
Mack, the jumper, back for the Seawolves. They're up 8, 50 seconds left in the half. And a foul called on the Seawolves. That's on Alexander. It'll be free throws for Hunter Beeren, as the Falcons are in the bonus. Beeren's first free throw is good. Beeren misses the second.
How many free throws have we missed? How many free throws have we missed?
38-31. 3 on the way. Missed by the Seawolves. SPU the other way. Beeren splits all the defenders, shot short. Seawolves the rebounds. Final 23 seconds of the half. Shot clock is off. Rabuin looking like the Seawolves might hold for the last shot. Ryan McCarthy getting his offensive set in for the Seawolves. 10 seconds now. Rabuin fires from 3. The high arcing 3 is drained just in front of the buzzer. That's how we end the first half of play. Game 1, the quarterfinals in the 2024 GNAC Basketball Championships. Alaska Anchorage 41, Seattle Pacific 31. Halftime here in Ellensburg. We'll come back, recap the second half and first half, and get you going for half number 2 after a few minutes. Refill your popcorn, grab a beverage. Come on back here on GNAC.tv. Back here inside, beautiful and bright. Nicholson Arena, Sean Wally with Dustin Daniel as we get set for third quarter action here in just a couple minutes. A 10-point lead for Alaska Anchorage. They're up 41-31 over Seattle Pacific. How have they done it, Dustin?
It really came down to the second quarter. Just a 2-point ball game after the end of the first. Seattle Pacific started to take a few more threes in the second. Was not connecting with those. They're 2 of 9 beyond the arc right now. The positives looking at both sides, both teams have been fairly efficient shooting the basketball. SPU's at 45.8% from the field right now. Alaska Anchorage is at 50, where it kind of fell off in the second quarter for the Falcons, taking care of the basketball. They had a lot of trouble getting that pass in down low, a lot of good defense on the cut from Alaska Anchorage. SPU tried to force a pass anyway. It turned into 8 turnovers in the first half, and then as a result, points off turnovers for Alaska Anchorage, 13 versus the 4 of the Falcons. That's one of the big differences we've seen so far.
Crazy that the Seawolves have 13 turnovers, but a 10-point lead.
Points off of turnovers. So we got points from turnovers, 13-4
Got
there.
you.
So it's actually 8-7. SPU's got 8 turnovers. UAA has got 7. That's been the big difference. But it kind of felt like that early on. UAA didn't take that good care of the basketball in the first quarter. Ryan McCarthy got things settled down in the timeout, and things from there have really evened out for the Seawolves.
And Mike Simonson had one question for us before the first half ended, which was?
How many free throws have we missed? Right now, 7 of 13 at the line for SPU. They have missed 6 so far. You put those on the board, and all of a sudden, this is just a 4-point game.
Able to have a quick few words with Mike Simonson of SPU and asked him what his message to his team was at half, and point blank, he said guard them.
Yep. Yeah.
Defense.
It's been interesting. You know, we've seen 2 or 3, maybe even 4 possessions from the Seawolves in the first half where they just had an open look. They were on the elbow or so, and they just had an open alley to the hoop, took advantage of it, drove right up for an easy layup. I think that's one thing that the Falcons had to have addressed in the locker room, is closing up those gaps when they're moving around on defense.
First possession to the Seawolves. They lead by 10 as we begin the third quarter, and there's some defense. The block by Beeren, but it goes right to the Seawolves. Evans a 3 on the way. That doesn't go. Bodies all over the floor. No foul called, jump ball called, and possession looks to be going to SPU as Beeren is slow to get up.
Looks like the left elbow of Beeren. She hasn't come off the floor yet in this game, by the way. Played all 20 minutes of the first half. Starts on the floor here in the third quarter. Gets a little dinged up, but she's going to stay out there.
Well, arguably SPU's best player. Definitely their heart and soul.
Yeah, I mean, it says a lot if coach will not take you out for the entirety of the first half, what you mean to this team.
No score yet here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for the Seawolves. Evans is swinging around. Good ball movement by the Seawolves. Rabuin in the lane. Evans now stops, spins back inside. Right place, right time. Shot up and in by Hollingshead. 43-31 Seawolves.
Hollingshead has been a big part of this bench presence for Anchorage this year. Got the start today and gets a board there after a fortunate rebound and layup on the other end.
Weatherspoon just couldn't finish. SPU cannot afford to miss those shots. Already down now 45-31. SPU has not scored in this half.
How about this last sequence of 3 possessions from Hollingshead? In the last 3 trips down the floor, 4 points, 2 rebounds.
There it is, right there.
Foul will be called. That will be on Hollingshead of the Seawolves.
Number 21, Hollingshead.
SPU desperately needs a bucket, so they trail by 14. Seawolves on a 4-0 run to start the third quarter. And a turnover. Seawolves going the other way. Evans with Beeren there. foul called on Hunter Barron.
I'm not sure what happened. It must have been tipped. I did not see it get tipped, but it looked like a pretty straightforward pass to Mayer that just hit off the leg. It's somewhere in traffic. It must have been redirected. Just hard to see from this angle.
Early mistakes, third quarter by the Falcons that are already down double digits to start the quarter. Evans' first free throw is good. Western Washington's women's basketball team is here inside Nicholson Arena watching. They will play the winner of this game tomorrow.
Yellow Jackets just walked in at halftime as well, so they're getting a peek.
The top two teams in the GNAC. Both incredible. We're in for some fun basketball. SPU going down low. Barron, she's double teams. Outside. 12 to shoot. Barron gets it back. Barron finds Marlowe. Barron out top for three. Off the left side of the rim. Evans the rebound. 6-0 run to start the third quarter for Alaska Anchorage. Evans the miss. That shot blocked by Barry. Maybe the spark SPU needs. Barron spins, goes off the rim, around the world, and down. First points for the Falcons in this third quarter.
That was a difficult shot. Switches hands midair, gets it up with the right, and somehow gets that one to go.
47-33, and a foul called on Marlowe.
Falcons foul, number 12, Haley Marlowe. Her third personal team, second.
And almost like a hockey line change for the Seawolves. Ryan McCarthy does that a lot.
Yeah, I just see 4 new Seawolves into the ball game. If you look at the season stats for this team, no one's averaging more than 25 minutes a game. They're just so deep. That's the key to the success of this Alaska Anchorage team. You get into a second half, you're not going to be seeing anyone that's super fatigued.
Mia Ross, the jumper, 49-33. Seawolves having a great third quarter.
They get fresh legs in all the time. You got 4 new people on the floor right now, and you're going to get up against kids like Barron for Seattle Pacific, who hasn't come off the floor, and all of a sudden conditioning becomes a huge factor.
Alexander is fouled by Mayer.
Seattle Pacific foul, number 22, Lane Kearns. Her first personal team's third. At the line, shooting 2.
They're hitting Kearns with the foul, actually. Alexander to the line. The junior out of Rex, Georgia. Can't get much further away in the States from Alaska than Georgia.
Yeah, that's quite the transition growing up in Georgia. You're playing collegiate basketball in Alaska. Not a lot of similarities in the lifestyle.
51-33. It was a 10-point lead at half. It is now 18. Not the start to the second half the Falcons wanted, but still giving great effort on the floor, diving for the loose balls. But a foul called on Kearns.
Number 22, Lane Kearns. Her second personal team scored.
.6:15 left, third quarter, that has been dominated by the Seawolves. Mia Ross finds Alexander. She drives baseline, shot short, offensive rebound, put back, good. Walsh doing good things down low. It's a 20-point game.
Yeah, offensive rebound and a second chance for Nessa Walsh.
The miss by Mayer. Tough offensively here in this quarter for the Falcons. No foul called. That'll just be out of bounds. Turnover to SPU. Mike Simonson wants to talk things over. Timeout taken by Seattle Pacific. 5:34 left in the third. 20-point ball game. All Seawolves here in the third quarter. Back after this on GNAC.TV. Back here in Ellensburg, Washington, inside Nicholson Arena. Sean Wally, Dustin Daniel. All Seawolves here in the third, 53-33. Out of the timeout, SPU ball.
Reaching back into the second quarter, Alaska Anchorage currently on a 17-3 run that stretches over the last 6 minutes or so.
Drive there by Pearson. Can't get that to fall. Falcons the other way. They've only had one basket in the first 5 minutes of this quarter. It's not going to get it done. I don't care what team you are.
Yeah, they had their backs up against the wall as it was coming out of the break. Then all of a sudden, they give up another 8 points in the margin. Things looking very tough right now for the Falcons.
Barron off window on the other end for the Falcons, 53-35. Seawolves control and the ball. Ross off 2 screens. Finds Rab, the jumper from the right elbow. Loose ball right there. The Seawolves, right place, right time, and not a lot Mike Simonson can do when you're just missing loose balls.
Yeah, those are mistakes you cannot afford to make at this point if you're Seattle Pacific. Had the defensive rebound, dead to rights, slips right out of the hands and turns into an easy layup.
55-35. Falcons, a 3 on the way from the corner. Rims off. The miss by Kearns and a foul called on the Seawolves. And we have another timeout, 3:55 left. 55-35, all Seawolves. Back after this on GNAC.TV. Out of the timeout, SPU basketball, they're down 20. They need buckets, and they don't get one there. Sean Wally with Dustin Daniel. Thank you for joining us on this Thursday afternoon on GNAC.tv. Seawolves were up 10 at half. They've doubled that here in the third. 3 on the way. Dropped by Elena Mack. 58-35. Dustin, we're at single elimination point in this tournament in a team season. Do you think it's easier to have a lopsided potential loss for SPU, knowing that it's not going well, and versus a last-second loss?
No loss is easy at this point. When you get into the postseason, your chances of advancing onto the regionals, relying on getting a GNAC championship here this weekend, none of them are going to be easy. Perhaps you start to process it a little bit sooner if you're looking at 23 points down right now. I think it's painful no matter what, though. I would not qualify any loss as easy.
Just one senior on Mike Simonson's SPU roster, and that is Haley Marlowe out of Spokane, Washington. (60-35) after the free throws.
Now, let's also put the caveat on, though, that there's still a lot of basketball left to play here today. Now, a lot of things need to happen right now, but, it's certainly not the time to give up if you're Seattle Pacific.
Oh, of course not. And Mike Simonson wouldn't let his squad give up by any means. He's got a talented roster. They just had a rough quarter and a half. Intercepted by Evans. What a job. Evans racing up the right side of the floor. The dish, the layup by Rabuin. 62-35. Seawolves, it's been that kind of afternoon for Alaska Anchorage. Foul called on the Seawolves. That'll be on Evans.
Seawolves foul, number 5, Jazz Evans. Her third personal team's third.
The third on Evans. And she'll take a seat.
And number 13, Jason Campbell.
Along with Rab checking out. Off the inbounds, Beeren wide open, layup good. 62-37, Seawolves.
Good find from Mayer to Beeren. That's where they found a lot of success early and kept this a very close game. They need to get it back to that interior cutting offense.
And is Beeren hurt or just sitting down for a moment? She's coming out of the game and walking gingerly. Look on her face doesn't lead you to believe that she's going to be feeling all that good right now.
Yeah, trying to overhear what they're talking about on the bench sounds like something about a bone bruise. So it might be
re-aggravation.
Aggravating an injury that's already existed. Whatever it was, you could tell by her face, she knew exactly what it was. So it's something that's been around.
It's not good news for SPU and their chance of a comeback if Beeren's unable to go. That foul on the Seawolves, Alexander.
Number 11, Janaya Alexander. Her fourth personal team's fourth.
Witherspoon for 3. Gets it to go in front of the SPU bench.
Much needed three-pointer for Witherspoon. That exterior game has not been there as of late for the Falcons.
Rabuin tries to answer. No, ball out of bounds. It'll stay Seawolf basketball. Lead at 14 for Alaska Anchorage.
So that three-pointer made for Seattle Pacific ends a run of 8 consecutive misses from beyond the arc.
Never a good recipe for success. Rabuin from the free throw line left. She gets it right back. Going strong, Left side of the lane, high off the glass. Nice drive by Rabouin.
Boone now with 16 in this game. 7 of 11 from the field. Been incredibly efficient.
66-40 Seawolves. SPU, the nice spin in the lane. No foul, no whistle. Bodies on the floor. Jump ball called as Mayer was in the scrum for the Falcons. Possession arrow to the Seawolves. Ross and Pearson return for the Seawolves. 66-40. Alaska Anchorage, the 3 seed. The victor in this one gets Western Washington tomorrow. 1 minute left, third quarter. And a foul will be called on Kearns.
Yeah, she committed to it, couldn't get there in time, puts her body into it and draws another foul.
It's the 15th foul on SPU. It's efforts like that you need if you're going to have any chance in this game.
Yeah.
Even though the foul's committed, you have to have the extra effort when you're down 17 now.
Yeah, don't mind that foul at all. Trying to get in the passing lane. I mean, if you get to that basketball, you're wide open for the fast break layup there. It just so happens that a step behind the play, so she ends up putting body into the Seawolves player on that far side. But yeah, I like the effort. No problem with that foul at all.
17-point lead for the Seawolves, and a foul is called as Mayer attempted a shot in the lane. Foul called on Gamble of the Seawolves.
Seawolves foul number 13, Jasa Gamble. Her third personal team.
So we see Hunter Beeren return to the bench, still walking gingerly.
Yeah, I would imagine that's her day.
Talking to coaches. And no sense to risk further injury when you're down 16.
Not in this spot.
If they get it to, 6, 4, then maybe you think about it.
I think you can make that call at like a dozen or so. But yeah, at 26 or 25 now, I think you take it easy for the time being. And yeah, if things heat up in the fourth quarter, yeah, who knows?
Nice baseline drive by Pearson, 69-42. Seawolves have exploded here in the third. Witherspoon cross court. Meyer picks up a dribble. 15 to shoot. About a 5-second difference, game and shot clock. Witherspoon double team, she doesn't care. Off window and in.
Great contested shot there for Lola Witherspoon. Really tough to get that one off. Got it to go off the bank.
3 is missed by Rabouin, and that is how the quarter will end. After 3, Seawolves take command. 69-44, 10 minutes left. Let's come on back for the fourth quarter after this on GNAC.TV. Back here in Ellensburg, Washington, Sean Wally, Dustin Daniel, 69-44, Alaska Anchorage in control heading here to the fourth quarter.
Name of the game so far has been consistency for Anchorage. They shot 50% in each of the first 3 quarters of this game. For Seattle Pacific, they have not had that same consistency. They shot 50% in the first quarter, but it's dwindled down since then. 41% in the second, down to 38.5 in the third. They've not been able to keep pace offensively.
Witherspoon short on the falling away jumper. Seawolves looking to top the 70-point mark. They will not. Back come the Falcons. Witherspoon to Ota. Ball out of bounds to the Seawolves. Seawolves have Nessa Walsh playing this game, getting a lot of minutes. She has a new career high this afternoon of 8 points and maybe more.
4 for 6 from the field for Walsh. She has played 19 minutes in this game, which, generally speaking, not a huge total, but when it comes to the Alaska Anchorage workload, that's a ton. They don't have anyone with more than 21 minutes in this game. So a kid that hasn't made more than 4 starts this year, all of a sudden getting a huge workload here in the postseason.
Foul called on Seattle Pacific. That foul will be on Mayer.
Number 21, Olivia Mayer, her 3rd personal, team's first.
And 9:08 left in this one. 25-point lead for Alaska Anchorage. Anchorage looking to punch their ticket to tomorrow's semifinal against Western Washington. That'll be right back here at noon. Evans has it. Rabuin now off the screen in the lane. She's turned away. 6 to shoot. Triple team on the baseline. That shot partially blocked, the miss by Pearson.
And that was Oda that got a piece of that one.
.8:35 left. Jumper from the free throw line missed by Barry. That shot baseline missed, put back, doesn't go for Hollingshead. She gets the rebound. Gamble for 3, that's short. Battle for the basketball. Jump ball called. Possession arrow to the Seawolves.
Offensive rebound tally in this game, 13-4 in favor of Anchorage, as they have had a huge advantage on the offensive rebounds, more than tripling the tally right now of Seattle Pacific.
Stagger! Stagger!
Cross-court pass for the Seawolves, 9 to shoot, and a turnover. She lost it out on the baseline. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth and final quarter, game 1 of the 2024 GNAC Basketball Championships. Sean Wally with Dustin Daniel for the entire run all the way through the championships Saturday night. Barry outside, they swing it, Marlowe has it now. Marlowe turned away on the baseline. She gets it back in the corner. Down low to Barry, 3 to shoot. She spins to the left side of the hoop and goes off glass, and the rim says, okay.
Very impressive to get that one to go for Skylar Barry. That might be the best ball movement we've seen from Seattle Pacific in this second half. Really nice job getting that moving on the left side. And then Barry, very athletic play to get it to go.
Steal there by Mayer.
On the turnover front for Alaska Anchorage, they had only committed 1 turnover the first 12 minutes of the second half, and now last 2 times down the court, they've given it up.
Going down low to Barry using her 6'3" frame. 69-48, and the Falcons at least pleased with the last couple minutes of play. 6:55 left, 69-48 Seawolves. Back after this on GNAC.TV. Back here on the campus of Central Washington University inside Nicholson Arena, Sean Wally, Dustin Daniel, the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves, the Seattle Pacific Falcons. So far, so good for the Seawolves, 69-48.
Yeah, I think it speaks a lot to the expectations and the intensity with which this Seawolves team plays, that they're asking for a timeout, up 21 with less than 7 minutes left in a ball game.
Like his team, Ryan McCarthy never quits. They can be up 30 or down 30. He's coaching still intensely. You can possibly hear him yelling at the other end of the floor right now. 3 missed by Marlowe. Battle for the basketball. Seawolves have it. 6:10 left. Evans, left side of the lane. Layup good. 73-48 Seawolves.
Really great job on that drive to get position inside. Backs up the defender in Weatherspoon and makes the bucket look easy.
Open jumper, baseline, down for Olivia Mayer. She has 14 in the afternoon. One bright spot for the Falcons.
Yeah, she's been playing to her average. You know, she's averaging 15 and a half a game. She has been the offensive linchpin for this SPU team.
7 to shoot. Rabuin strong. Too strong on the shot. Nice behind the back dribble. Falcons the other way. Marlowe finds open for 3. Doesn't go. Seawolves cross half court. SPU wants a travel, but instead they get a jump ball, possession arrow to SPU.
Yeah, I mean, there's no situation in which that can be a travel just because there's contact made with the basketball by the defense, but ends up in their possession either way.
Kearns back in for the Falcons. 5:05 left. 23-point Seawolf lead. Marlowe. Down low to Barry. Outside, 3 on the way. Wow, you don't see that often.
Yeah, I don't think ever. I don't know if I've ever seen one go off the top and then hit the shot clock like that. Off the side, sure, no problem, but off the top and then the shot clock is that's a unique one. I don't think I've ever had that experience.
4:35 left, fourth quarter. Game 1 of the 2024 GNAC Basketball Championships. Brought to you by Under Armour. 6 to shoot. Ball poked away, and a foul will be called on Haley Marlowe.
They've been letting them play for the most part here in the fourth. That's only the second foul we've seen called in the fourth quarter. Now a little bit over halfway into it.
.20 on the shot clock, and an offensive foul called on a moving screen.
Offensive foul, number 1, Nessa Walsh.
Walsh picks up the foul. Just her second. .73-50 Seawolves. 3 on the way is good from Olivia Mayer. Out of Spokane, Washington, 4 minutes left, 20-point ball game.
You know, I'm looking up and down this stat line to find where things really stick out between these two teams. You know, they're not shooting that much different. 43% for SPU, 47% for Anchorage. And then you look at the rebounds, and that's where this game has lived and died. 40-24, the rebounding margin in favor of the Seawolves. Other than that, they're doing a lot of things marginally better than the Falcons, but rebounding, they have been all over the glass.
Rebounds always a big key to victory or lack thereof.
Coming in for the Seawolves, number 20, Elena Mack.
Mack returns for the Seawolves. 3:37 left, fourth quarter. Off the inbounds, baseline jumper, too strong, but still working is Mack. She pokes it away, and going to the free throw line will be Rab.
Seattle Pacific foul, number 32, Skylar Berry.
Skylar Berry hit with the foul. That's her second. 14 foul on the Falcons.
That's what a hungry team does. Up by 23.5 minutes left. You're still putting pressure on in the backcourt, poking it away, getting the turnover.
A free throw willed out of the rim by Mike Simonson, SPU head coach. 21-point lead now for the Seawolves. Open in the far corner for three. Short. Gets her own rebound. That's Mayer. Mayer inside from the right block. 74-55, Alaska Anchorage.
19-7 now in this game for Olivia Mayer. She's ending the season quite well for the Falcons, putting together a solid ball game.
Three on the way. Rab the miss. Back come the Falcons. Mike Simonson telling his team to fight. Three in front of their own bench. No. Ball tapped outside. Seawolves recover. Rabouin has it. 2:30 left in this one. At three, Karam's off the back of the rim. Evans can't find the handle. Out of bounds off of SPU, apparently. Mike Simonson not sure how that wasn't off Evans. And I can't disagree because we have the same angle he did.
It's an interesting spot here. You give the foul and it's Seawolves basketball, understandable. But if this is going to be an out-of-bounds call, you know, we have a Seawolf player in between the basketball and an SPU player. Interesting how it wound up, but, you know, regardless.
2:20 left. Seawolves look like they're okay to use clock at this point. 5 to shoot. Down low, the turnaround off glass. What a shot by Hollingshead. 2 minutes left in the season for Seattle Pacific.
Now, overhearing in that last timeout, Seattle Pacific coaches saying, you know, finish this game in a way where you can walk off the court with your heads held high. I think that's an important message to pass along. You know, you don't stop, you don't give up. You do this in a way you're proud of the effort you gave here in these last few minutes of this ball game.
Fourth personal team second. Subbing in for Alaska Anchorage, number 1, Vanessa Walsh, and number 4,
Walsh and
Noah
Ross return for the Seawolves. Minute 45 left in this contest. Jumper from the right elbow, too strong. The miss by Mayer, back from the Seawolves, most likely willing to use clock. Final 90 seconds. 21-point lead for Alaska Anchorage. Ross out near the Central Washington logo. We're in the home of the Wildcats. 2 to shoot from the right elbow. Walsh the miss. Offensive rebounds by Gamble. Final minute of play in our first matchup of the 2024 GNAC Basketball Championships. And what a nice runner by Mia Ross.
Red Leafs now in the building. They're watching the end of this ball game. They get ready for the second quarterfinal of the day. We're going to have Simon Frazier and our host, Central Washington, coming up here in just a bit.
Nice floater, runner by Kern, 78-57. 35 seconds left. And we have a moving screen called on the Seawolves. That'll be on Rab.
You said white.
Okay. official mistake there. That's on Marlowe of the Falcons. He did say Rab initially. The lone senior for the Falcons, Haley Marlowe, gets her swan song curtain call, checks out of the game. Evans hits the free throw. Western Washington women's basketball team watching this one. What do you think is going through their minds seeing this domination by the Seawolves?
You know, I think a lot of it is just a learning experience, right? What can we see watching this game that we didn't learn from the 2 times we've been on the floor with Alaska Anchorage? You know, what are the holes? What are the gaps in the game? I don't think they take anything away from the score. I think they just think about, all right, we're here, we're watching, we're learning. Now we get together after this, we put our heads together, and we figure out an equation to beat this team tomorrow.
Final horn sounds. Alaska Anchorage advances, punches their ticket to the semifinals. They defeat Seattle Pacific 79-57. The season ends for Mike Simonson and his Falcons, but a good year it was nonetheless.
You know, they have a lot to be happy about going into the offseason. They're going to have a bunch of experience back next year. They came up with some big wins this season. It just didn't turn out how they wanted here in the GNAC Championships. That first quarter, Falcons looked really good, but they just could not hold pace with this high-powered, fast-moving Alaska Anchorage Seawolves scheme. So looking to the future, things very, very bright for the Falcons, but 2024 just not their year.
Well, game 1 in the books. Alaska Anchorage wins it 79-57 over the SPU Falcons. Game 2 will be at 2:15 this afternoon, so we get a bit of a break to regroup, reset, and catch our breath as we look forward to Simon Fraser and host Central Washington on the women's side.
Yeah, looking forward to that game. Got about a half an hour until tip-off there. A lot to get into. We'll probably get going about 5 minutes before tip-off as we start to unravel that matchup between the Red Leafs and the Wildcats. But a lot of basketball still to be played here today. Looking forward to it.
Ryan McCarthy and the Alaska Anchorage Seawolves punch their ticket to tomorrow. They will play again at noon on Friday against Western Washington. Join us then, but also come on back around 2:15 Pacific for Simon Fraser and Central Washington. For Justin Daniel, I'm Sean Wally. The Seawolves move on, win it 79-57. Thanks for watching GNAC.TV.